I'm gonna take another one for Ghost. Ghost, fam. Fam, we will miss you, fam. Ghost, we will miss you, brother. Welcome to Agents of Screen, the first and only place to come to for movie reviews live at the cinema. Today we're back again for our final Power recap, season finale. It all ends here. It all ends here. As you could probably tell, I didn't do a recap for the last episode. That was because on that same weekend was the weekend that Kobe Bryant passed away, rest in peace. And at that point in time, I wasn't in the right frame of mind to do any type of a recap. Like, when situations like that happen, who cares who shot Ghost? But now we're back for the season finale. It's a bit of a late one, so I will adjust the format to suit. By now, you probably have all seen the episode. Probably seen it 2 weeks ago when the leak happened. And even still, you've probably seen it already. So the usual format is I'll probably go through it scene by scene. But I will skip all of that and get to the nitty gritty. And also, just highlight some of the areas that I thought was interesting or funny. So I won't be going through the entire episodes. I'll touch on certain bits and then get to the end. So I'll start at the beginning of the episode. But the reason why I'm starting here is Tasha goes to see Q for a dick appointment. There's a few things in this entire sequence that was hilarious to me. The first thing is that his daughter is obviously with him in the apartment. He tells her, shh, yeah, we can do a little something. We're gonna have to be quiet. And then like 5 minutes later, he's not only taken to the room, like his daughter's right next door, but she's making a bare noise. And he's giving her that 100 stab 1,000 jutsu. The Naruto fans, you know what I'm talking about. Disrespectful, man. No respect for the daughter whatsoever. Afterwards, I thought it was interesting that they showed like the condom wrapper on the floor. Kids, make sure you practice safe sex. But they showed the condom wrapper. But on the wrapper was a magnum. Oh, is that how man's going on, yeah? Magnums, yeah? What are they trying to suggest here? What are they trying to suggest that Q's got a big thing, yeah? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That ain't got nothing to do with me, but fair enough. That definitely wasn't unintentional. They definitely showed that on purpose. And lastly, with this scene, Tasha must have that fire. She must have that fire. You want to know why? Because when she was leaving and she whispered to him like, I have to go now. He was fast asleep. She gave him that night nurse. Pum put him to sleep like Jigglypuff. Bruv, he was fast asleep. He was snoring. All of that. She must have that fire flames. I can see why now he was prepared to kill Ghost and wherever your ex is, I'll go meet him. No, bro, just relax, fam. And when Tasha got back home and Tariq like, Mom, where are you? I was worried about you, Mom. I was worried sick. Like, where are you? You're spending time with a nigga that I don't even know. He had the do-rag on and all that, had the waves swimming. She came back home and her wig was laid straight. Neat and tidy, no hint of any type of shenanigans. So as I said, I'm gonna be jumping to another part in the episode. So I'm gonna fast forward to where Tommy, this is not a new scene, Tommy comes to Tasha's apartment. He's confronting her about that. He knows that she killed the Keisha. And I realized in this scene that they changed the scene. I don't know why they do that, like we won't notice. Like in Tommy's episode, when he's about to kill her, she's resigned in her fate. She turns her back to him and she's just there waiting for the bullet from behind. In this episode, she's on her knees facing him and she's facing front. I've noticed that they've done this quite a lot in this who done it, who shot Ghost type of thing. But yeah, I thought it was interesting that they changed that scene completely. I'm gonna fast forward yet again to when Tasha goes back to the old apartment. She meets up with Ghost. They're talking about their relationship and where things have gone wrong and what's the right thing for Tariq to do. Should he hand himself in? Should he not? Like, who has his best interests at heart? Have you spoiled him? All of that. And it's emotional. And finally she says to him, did you ever love me? Like them hard-hitting questions there. And he says, well, I did. And somewhere deep down inside, I still do. However, you never loved this version of me. You never did. You always wanted me to be the hustler, the murderer, the drug dealer. You never wanted me to be a better man. And that's important because it's hashtag fuck Tariq and hashtag fuck Tasha too. She never loved him like he needed to be loved. Now look at her. Now she in prison doing up Orange is the New Black. That's wild. That should teach you a lesson. Love your man. Let him be great. Don't bring all this toxic energy. We're gonna fast forward again to the most important part of the episode, which is when we get to find out who killed Ghost. You already know who killed him, but we'll do it for the sake of the structure. So we're gonna fast forward to where Tariq goes to Truth. Another thing which we should really deep how nasty and how vile and how unmoral Tariq is. Everything that he said talks about his dad, like you kill Breeze and you turn his back on people that you loved and da. Tariq done the same exact thing. As another agent pointed out to me, Agent Daryl, shout out to him. Like if you really deep it, he sold out Tommy. After everything that Tommy done for him from since the beginning, come to his house having breakfast, saved him from getting killed multiple times. He stole drugs from the warehouse and he forgave him for that as well, saved him from Vincent and countless other things, protected him when he would have, if it was anyone else, he would have been dead already. And he sold out Tommy. What a snake. What a top snake. But yeah, he goes to Truth, and what I found funny in the scene, you had a Jamaican worker in Truth and she's like, she's like, Wagwan Tariq, you look handsome, me. I thought that was hilarious. You got Jamaicans everywhere, yeah, fair enough. I'm not Jamaican myself. I'm from the beautiful island of Trinidad and Tobago. However, it's nice to see the Caribbean people getting a little representation. And it's not a trash Jamaican accent like Luke Cage. We know how the episode went. Tasha and Tariq concocted a plan that would eventually end in Ghost coming downstairs. When he gets into the truck, Tasha would be waiting for him with the gun and shoot him. But Tariq, he got some vision from Kanan. And when I first saw Kanan, I was like, what the fuck? Is Power up to his old tricks again? Is Kanan gonna somehow come back from the dead? Because you know they brought back Kanan when he got burnt alive. I thought they were gonna somehow, even though we saw him get shot by the police and crash, they're gonna make him come back somehow. But thankfully, it was just a vision. And what kind of threw me off, because he grabbed Tariq's hand. I was like, Jesus, who is this? But thankfully it was just, you know, Power can be quite ridiculous, but they drew a line there. And Kanan's basically telling him, listen, you can't make your mom take the rap for this. You need to do that. You need to take your own responsibility. It has to be you, etc, etc. He takes it upon himself to deviate from the plan, and he goes to shoot Ghost. Ghost is on the ledge. Tariq comes back into the club and the sequence plays out exactly like how it's been told. Tariq shoots him. Man, how do I feel about Tariq being the one to shoot Ghost? As I've said throughout these reviews, I eliminated him as a possibility solely because it was too obvious to me. All signs pointed towards him being the shooter. So I thought, bearing in mind you've had 6+ years of where you knew where you wanted this to go, and you went with the most obvious choice, which was Tariq. So I don't like that. And even if it's the obvious thing, I don't think it was executed as well, because Tariq, who is the most hated character on the show, he ended the series with everything that you wanted. Well, no, maybe not everything you wanted, but he got a good deal out of it. Like when he finishes uni, I'm kind of skipping ahead, but when he finishes uni, he has all the money and property as well for him and Raina. Wild. But on the way out, Tariq sees Sax and he goes out through some back entrance, then pretends that when he sees the commotion at the front of Truth, he goes to the police like, where's my dad? I need to see my dad. Please, I need to see my dad. Doing up Oscar performance, you know, Oscar 2020 just went by, he's looking for 2021. But Tariq, knowing that Dre was also on the way to Truth to try and kill Ghost, they're gonna try and pin it on him. Him and Tasha are getting interrogated. But Tariq, he sends his lawyer out of the room. He tells Sax, like, listen, I saw you in there, so boy, you're a suspect too. So if you want this to go the way you want it to go, you need to tell the police that it was Dre. I'm just gonna leave it as that. So that's what happens. And then it goes to the will situation where the lawyer explains that nothing has been left to Tasha. It's going to be split between the 3 kids. Obviously, Raina's dead, so it defaults to Tariq, and one goes to the little one third goes to the little sister, who we hardly ever see. Who's taking care of her? Where is she now that Tariq's gone to uni and Tasha's in prison? Who's taking care of this little girl? She's like the forgotten child of the St. Patrick household. But the fact that Dre is dead now puts them in a position where they can't really blame it on him. He's dead and they need someone alive to pin this thing on, so it raises questions on what to do next. Tariq says he's going to take care of it, but you know Tasha, in her scheming ways, she has a plan of her own. And Tasha's bright idea is to try and set up Q. Now, is Tasha worse than Ghost? She killed Lakeisha. Her son has to now fend for himself. She's trying to set up someone who she supposedly liked and was giving him pum pum just before the police kicked down the door, and that will potentially leave his daughter to fend for herself too, a young daughter as well. Is she worse than Ghost? Ghost never done no shit like that. But she tries to set up Q because right at the beginning of the episode, she saw the gun in the drawer. So knowing that, she tried to set him up and say he used that gun to kill Ghost. But unbeknownst to her, while she was at Truth, he dropped her to Truth. He went to the shop to get a Red Bull or some other drink, and he was caught on CCTV, and as a result, it eliminates him as a suspect because he was at the time of the shooting, he was somewhere else, basically. So now that leaves the only suspect who used the gun as Tasha. So the police come for Tasha, they take her. Tariq is doing the Oscar performance yet again. They say, "Mom, please, she didn't do it." Like, how many? And this is what Ghost was talking about. Like, we spoiled Tariq so much and he's gotten away with everything. His sister dying, now his mum going to prison, now his father, he murdered his father as well. Like, Tariq is the real villain. You have had many villains in power, but Tariq is the real villain in power. And the episode ends with dual perceptions of the start of a new journey. In the case of Tasha, her new journey is going to jail for murder. And you know, she took off her wig and she had the cane roll, you're looking like Bow Wow and like Mike. And then you had the other new beginning is Tariq starting school because Tasha pulls strings, so you don't have to sit no GED to go there. Now Tariq, he's getting everything he wants. In order to access the money, all he has to do is get a certain grade percentage. He has access to all of this, and even that he doesn't want to do. He's had everything in his life. The life that we've all dreamed of, never had to ask for anything, but yet he wants to sell drugs. Look at this guy, man. Tariq. How ungrateful do you want to be? Tariq is like the poster child for wearing condoms, fam. He is the poster child for wearing condoms. Anytime anyone is any situation where you might be getting into it, heat of the moment, you know, it's getting steamy, picture Tariq in your mind. I guarantee you'll put on a condom. I guarantee it. The thought of just having a son who's so ungrateful despite everything that you've done for him. You pulled out all the stops to make sure he had the best life that money can buy, but somehow it wasn't enough. Somehow. And he turn around and kill you. Look at that, boy. Look at that. Yeah, Tariq is like, I don't know if you ever see that movie Malibu Most Wanted, where he's like this rich white guy from the suburbs who just loved the street life and just wanted to be a rapper, but you know he's not legit. That's like Tariq. Like, you just seen shit on TV, or you just want to be your dad, but you can't be that. Is Tariq worse than Joffrey in terms of hate? Who did you hate more? If for those who've seen Game of Thrones and Power, who do you think is worse? Considering, even though Joffrey was cruel, Joffrey never really loved anyone apart from his mum. But Tariq has harmed several people who he's loved, like Tommy, his dad, his sister, his mom, and he has got away scot-free. I still can't believe that they killed Ghost. I need to drink for Ghost. I need to pour something out for Ghost, man. I need to pour something out for him. Ghost, bro, your actions, they haven't gone unnoticed. We'll remember you. R.I.P. my bro. Them ungrateful, and I'm it's bittersweet. I'm both happy and sad that he's gone. The reason why I'm sad is because Ghost was one of my favorite characters in the show, and also the actor that plays him, he's the best actor in the whole series for my money anyway. And he gave us many iconic scenes. Ghost will remember you, bro. That sounds good. I got football in a bit as well. I shouldn't be drinking alcohol, but the reason why I'm happy is because he will now be in heaven. He ain't going to hell. Ghost ain't going to hell, bro. He's now in heaven with Angela, who loved him for him. Not Tasha, not that ungrateful bitch. I've never seen Ghost as happy as he is when he's with Angela. Man was giggling, they're jogging together down the street and they're matching like outfits. They're gonna be up in heaven looking down, laughing at Tasha in prison with her Bow Wow like Mike Cane Rose. So yeah, he's gonna be happy. But across this season, how are we gonna judge it? This is the final Power episode in this iteration. as we've come to know, there's going to be spin-offs. There's going to be a prequel, like with Kanan's story, with like a young Tommy, young Ghost, young Angela. There's going to be another spin-off, Influence I think it's called, with Tate. So it's going to be present day. You're still going to see Tariq. You're going to see Tasha as well. I don't know how I feel about that, because how are you going to have a series with Tariq, one of the most hated, if not the most hated character in the show? People are not going to be interested. I'm like, oh yeah, let's see what Tariq is up to. I don't want to see his face again in my entire life. I don't want to see his shaved eyebrows again in my entire life. And there's another one as well. I can't remember the name, but it's going to have Tommy. You know, Tommy left New York and he's gone to the West Coast to start his own new ventures. But how do you feel about how Power has ended? Some characters got some closure, but I felt like some didn't. And I didn't really like how certain people's arcs ended. And I think that's because their arcs are going to continue in future shows. So it wasn't really like an ended. Me personally, I'm not interested in seeing these other shows. The only way I would, maybe of the three, the prequel one might interest me the most. However, I would only watch it if I heard on a grapevine that it was popping off or it was going good or whatever. But overall, this season, season 6, it was a bit of it descended more and more into the ridiculous. The ending wasn't trash, however, it was underwhelming. The season as a whole though, it had probably some of the worst episodes. I think probably the best episode of the season, maybe Tommy's episode, maybe. But even I'm talking about season 6 as a whole, before and after the mid-season break. This might be one of the lesser seasons. But tell me how you guys are feeling about the Power ending, about Tariq being the one that shot Ghost, about Ghost dying. Are you guys gonna be tuning in for the Power spin-offs that are happening? Let me know in the comments below. But I'm gonna wrap the video there. I can't believe it, the show is over. I need some new show to watch, to review. Maybe when Insecure comes back, I may do that one. But I have been your boy Miles. As always, thank you for joining me across the season for my Power recaps. And until the next video, which will be coming extremely soon, peace. Ghost, RIP, bro. I'm gonna take another one for Ghost still. I'm gonna take another one for Ghost, bro. I'm gonna take another one for Ghost. Ghost, fam. Fam, we will miss you, fam. Ghost, we will miss you, brother.